Mamaya na, pag-upo sir. Naglagay pa pala siya ng wire.
Parents, families, teachers, staff, friends, and the board of directors, I present to you the graduating class of the School for Entrepreneurship and Technology, the class of 2018. We all rise. Our very own Grace Engelman is going to sing the national anthem along with Israel Maldonado accompanying on the guitar. Thank you very much, Grace. I would now like to invite Mr. McClendon to the podium to deliver the invocation. Graduates, let's give a hand to our assistant principal, Mr. McClendon. Good morning. How many of you guys were here last year? Let's try this one more time. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mo. Okay, how's everybody doing this morning? Does anyone here want to live a less stressful life? Yeah, me too. Let me begin this invocation with two quotes. One, have patience. All things are difficult before they become easy. And the second one, Pa, when you get frustrated, take a step back and ask for help. For some reason, over the last several months, I've thought about and reflected a great deal on patience. Don't know why that might be. I think a lot of people do know why that might be. Wonder why. But I digress. But boy, how true those two quotes are. I am biased and extremely partial to the second quote. So much so that I'm going to repeat it again. Pa, when you get frustrated, take a step back and ask for help. That quote was told to me by the great Audrey Patino, my 3-year-old granddaughter. Without question, patience is hard. We set goals, but we want to reach them now. Goals can't be comparable to the summit or the peak of a mountain. We can see the summit. It's right there in front of us. We feel like we can almost touch it. Yet, we seem to somehow forget that we must climb the mountain to get to the summit. It takes patience to handle and master the climb. Some of us will walk up the mountain, others will run, yet others might take a helicopter. But how we get there doesn't really matter. What matters is that we must still scale that mountain to get to the summit, our goals. Patience is a state of being that occurs between experience and reaction. Whether you're trying to be patient with yourself or others or life, it seems to always involve the experience of dealing with delays and obstacles. When it comes to having patience with yourself, you're ultimately talking about dealing with your own thoughts and emotions. You think, act, and experience. This would be simple. Unfortunately, it's not simple. Problems arise when you think and do doesn't seem to produce the right results. We don't immediately see the results and assume that they're not coming. And at times we give up before we have a chance to materialize. Patience is the ability not to be troubled by life's changes and delays. It's the ability to maintain calmness in the midst of disappointment. Cultivating patience with others is an entirely different challenge. Other people are always acting, thinking, and feeling in ways that are potentially disagreeable with how you are thinking. The gift of living through patience, however, is that you become less reactionary. When others let you down or irritate you, and you know they will, be patient with them. Remember that they are growing just like you, and that life is a process. Whatever issues you may have had with another person are almost always temporary and will undoubtedly change once you let go of your own agenda. What disturbs you now about this person may change in the next moment. You may laugh at them or feel something other than some other positive emotion. Regardless of what other people do or think, you have a choice in how you allow it to affect you. Your mind may jump to negative notions and reactions. Your body may even register responses. But you are the source of it all. Ultimately, you can tap into your own calmness, your peace. When you want things to happen in your life, you can prolong the process by giving your attention and energy to frustration you feel about waiting. The waiting is not the problem. It's how you deal with it, how you see it. Practicing patience shifts your attention away from stress and frustration. Acting with patience is a way of telling life that you are in charge. You are in no hurry. There is no distress. Only freedom and confidence in your truth. Let us today recognize our differences in beliefs and values, but honoring our unity and thankfulness. I invite you to think about all that is yet to be while expressing thanks for the gift of intellect, the goals you have met, the support of family, friends, teachers, and mentors, and a society that encourages education. In a world where many cannot study, but let us be thankful for our achievement, diplomas, and honors that we celebrate today. In a world where many cannot envision a future, let us be thankful for our dreams, our hopes, and plans
that have been nourished in the community of Set High. Class of 2018, as you go on from this grand day on different paths to different experiences and different destinies, may your thankfulness on this grand day grow in patience, peace for others, and the freedom to live, work, and serve throughout your days. I love you guys. Thank you. Now for the bridge.
Thank you, Mr. McCartney. It's been an honor to work with you and to learn from your special form of wisdom. I would now like to offer my own words of wisdom to our graduates. Each year, the students at this school teach me something profound. I have grown tremendously during my years as an educator, often learning far more from the students than I could ever teach to them. Each year at graduation, I see it as my duty to share some of this wisdom that students have taught me. When I look back at the speeches that I've given over the years, I see a pattern. I have to warn you that this year's speech is a little dense because it relies on me summarizing the ideas in each of my previous 5 speeches, each of which was a full-length speech. I'll do my best to help you follow along. In my first speech, at our very first graduation in 2013, I explained to the students that their very presence gave meaning to my life because I had learned in my years of education that it is our web of interconnections as human beings that is the meaning of life. Our friends and families, all of us here, connect each of us to the future and to the past. How cool that the students taught me the meaning of life. Okay, so we're going to step back here. So 2013, relationships equals meaning of life. All right, 2014, students taught me that much good can come in the world if we would all just be what I called long-term selfish. The mistake that many of us make is that we are short-term selfish. Long-term selfish means that we look at the big picture and we think about what effect our actions will have far into the future. Long-term selfish means that you say please and thank you as freshmen so that I say nice things about you at your graduation 4 years later. And then you guys are still going to be nice to me because I'll then offer to write you a letter of recommendation for you 4 years from now. Long-term selfish means that I do everything I can to educate you and care for you so that when, say, I need help saving a school, you come in droves to demand action. Think of long-term selfishness. Think of long-term selfishness as karma. Do good, and one day you may be able to tap into the bank when you really need it. Okay, so 2014, long-term selfish. And what was 2013? Relationships is the meaning of life. All right, now we're on to 2015. I encourage the students to celebrate the perfect representations of themselves and to see themselves the way that we as educators see them. Too often we beat ourselves up and we're our own worst critics. We need constant reminding and encouragement from others that we can succeed, that we can do better, that huge cliff that seems insurmountable is really just a small wall that, given a boost from a friend or the clever use of simple tools like rope and climbing shoes, can easily be climbed over. Those friends that help you over the wall, those are the same friends that give meaning to your life. Those friends are there for you because you've been long-term selfish. Those friends are there, oh, I already said that. Those friends, mentors, acquaintances will all help you achieve that perfect representation of yourself and will call you out whenever you try to tear yourself down. Okay, so to recap, 2015, realize your perfect self. 2014, be long-term selfish. And 2013, relationships equals the meaning of life. In 2016, we explored identity. I talked about the many faces that I have, the many personalities that I have. Teenagers struggle with this idea because as they start to figure out who they are and separate themselves from their parents' identities, they often make the mistake of trying to find their one true identity. I argued that it is okay to be fake because we need to be different versions of ourselves depending on the situation. The me that is delivering this speech is very different from the me that acts like a goofball playing gorilla with my kids. The me that laughs in the halls with the students is different from the me that issues stern consequences behind closed doors in my office. It's okay to be fake. because there is no true one version of yourself. 2016, we all have multiple identities. 2015, realize your perfect self. 2014, be long-term selfish. And 2013, relationships is the meaning of life. And then finally, last year, for the class of 2017, we discussed failure and how important it is to experiment, to try new things, and to sometimes fail. It was the space science students' rocket failures and rocket successes that taught me this important lesson. Yeah, we hear it all the time. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. It's one thing to hear these things, it's another to see it and to live it. To see the disappointment on the students' faces when something like a rocket fails to launch. To see an entire class go back to the drawing board to analyze and figure out what the problem is. And then to come back and find success in a perfectly true rocket that seems to soar forever. That's magic. That's what makes these sayings real. The laughter, the grins, the pride, that's what confirms for me that failure really is a good thing. Without that failure, that pride would never be there. So we have 2017, failure is okay. 2016, we all have multiple identities. 2015, realize your perfect self. 2014, be long-term selfish. And 2013, relationships is the meaning of life. So ultimately, what the students at this school have been teaching me is first, that fitting into society is a necessary part of life. In fact, it's the meaning of life. And then the best way to become a productive, useful part of that society is to be long-term selfish. Then become the perfect representation of yourself. Be the ideal you. Be comfortable in your own skin and recognize there are multiple yous. And finally, have enough confidence to be a failure, because failing is what helps each of us grow, and as a result, our whole society grow. This year, I learned about mood. So I'd like to weave mood into this rich fabric of defining who we are as individuals and as a collective. My thoughts on this subject began when I had a student in my office who was sobbing uncontrollably because he was so sad. He didn't know why he was sad, he just was. McClendon and I had a long discussion with this gentleman about depression. We explained to him that sometimes we feel depressed and there's nothing that we can do about it. Other times the depression is situational and we can point to the exact cause. We break up with a significant other, a family member, or a friend is sick, dying, or perhaps has just died. For this particular student, there was no cause for his depression. He's a great student, has a great personality, he's fun-loving, has great friends, and everyone knows him as a happy-go-lucky person. Even his parents know him that way. After speaking with him for a while, he was feeling better, and he was even feeling hopeful. But this is where the story gets interesting. We joked with him a few minutes longer, and then as he was walking out the door, we explained that we would need to speak to his parents about this conversation. He fell back into a seat, and the sobbing resumed. He pleaded with us not to tell his mom. He wasn't worried about her not understanding his depression. He was worried that his mother would think that he was a complete fraud, because she knew him only as the happy-go-lucky child that everyone else knew him as. He was worried that she would find out that he had been lying to her this whole time, and that she would be mad at him for lying. There it was, the teaching that would consume my thoughts for the remainder of the school year. Let me break it down for you. I had already recognized that we can have multiple identities. 2016, right? What this young man did not realize, and what I actually had never thought about, was that we can also have multiple moods, even extreme happiness and extreme sadness, that share a space in our psyche at exactly the same time. The question that I asked the student, and that I continue to ask myself, is it a lie to pretend that we're happy when we're sad? Is it a lie to pretend that we're sad when we're happy? Can we be both happy and sad at the same time? Just as with the multiple personalities that we all share, our state of mind, our condition, seems to be eternally fluid. When we look at ourselves and take stock of our mood, we have two choices. One, we can look at this particular instant in time and decide, am I happy right now? Or two, we can take an average of our mood across a longer period of time. Am I generally happy? I bet every one of us here at this graduation is both happy and sad this very moment. We are all thrilled that our friends and family are here to see this celebration of achievement. But we're also sad that this event cannot last forever. We are sad that our loved ones will be leaving soon. As parents, we are sad that our children will be leaving the house. But we are happy that they achieve so much and are ready to take on the world. As children, we are happy that the torture of school, homework, late passes, rules, and curfews is finally over. But we are sad that we'll be leaving the comfort of home, and yes, admit it, graduates, even the comfort of school. As educators, we are happy that we have succeeded in molding these fine young students into model citizens you see before you. But we are, of course, sad to see our friends move on to the next stage of their lives. So are we happy, or are we sad? Both. Was it a lie for that student to be sad, perhaps even depressed, and yet be smiley and happy and go lucky? Was he really lying to his mother? Of course not. He was happy and sad, just like all of us every day of our lives, every minute of our lives. In the last 6 weeks, I have felt every emotion possible, and I have felt those emotions intensely. The following is just a sampling of some of these emotions that I've felt. Actually, though, let me jump all the way back to March 14th, the day of the National School Walkout. This was the day that confirmed for me the ideas that I'm sharing with you today. This day, originally, was going to be the anchor of my speech. Many of the students that are sitting before you today were instrumental in planning the Set High version of the walkout. It was a day of extreme sadness as we remembered what was then the most recent victim of school shootings. Victims. I watched with pride as our students put together what I argue was the best school walkout there was. They kept politics out of it. They honored the memories of those children and adults who were torn away from us. I cried during that ceremony. I cried for the victims, but I also cried out of intense pride. I was feeling intense grief, intense hope, and intense joy all at the same time. Our students, these students, had achieved the perfect representation of our school. Let's jump forward to May 3rd. While watching the final boys volleyball game this year, I was so proud of the improvement that I saw in the play and teamwork of the students on the team. But at the same time, my heart was throbbing as I considered the very real possibility that we may not have a school next year because of the then private conflict that was arising between the staff and board. At that same event, I felt the excitement and the anticipation of the parents who talked to me about plans for next year's sports teams and the succession plans for bowling and the incoming freshman families that were so eager to join us next year. I listened to this sickened with sadness, knowing all too well that those dreams may not happen. In the weeks that followed, I felt overwhelming pride for our staff as I saw them one by one stand up for the students of the school. At the same time, though, I felt fear for each of them, knowing that by standing, they each were putting their job on the line, and in many cases, their family income on the line. My heart warmed as I listened to them so eloquently make the case for why our education model works, and so eloquently pleaded for their jobs. My heart sank when I saw each of them get battered and each of them reduced to trying to defend years and years of constant teaching, nurturing, and caring. I felt anger and outrage that their passion was on trial. I felt love and camaraderie like I've never felt before in a workplace, as we slowly recognized that we were all sticking together, that we believed in each other. At the same time, we feared surveillance. We were sure that we were being watched. Our words were measured. The hugs became stronger. To balance the feelings of impending doom, the laughter became louder. The smiles countered the depression that we were all feeling. The interweb of connections, 2013, was filling our lives with meaning. Simple things like the Mrs. Geis-inspired hand hug filled my days with hope. Let me teach it to you. Put your hands up. Turn to your neighbor. Put your hand on the neighbor's hand and hug with your thumb. It was our version of the Katniss three-fingered salute of the resistance in the Hunger Games. Together, things would be okay. During the same time, the students gradually became involved. I feared what this stress would do to them. I resisted the idea of them knowing that anything was amiss. But I could not argue their right to defend their teachers and their school. My heart again filled with pride as the students stood their ground, fought for what they believed in, fought for what was theirs. They stood up and roared like the lions they are. Students who just months ago were shy, quiet and kept to themselves, stood tall in front of 100 strangers and spoke their truth. I was deeply saddened that they had to resort to this. The parents joined in, and I was amazed at their ability to organize, to discover, and to prod for details. I wished that I could help them. I agonized that I didn't. The web of interconnections grew. The parents, students, and staff were all giving meaning to my life. 2013. My long-term selfishness of doing the right thing and making the right choices for the right reasons was paying dividends. 2014. We were all fighting to create the most perfect representations of ourselves and of the school. 2015. Boy, did we have multiple identities. 2016. I cried at home, stood strong at school, was stoic when I needed to be, and laughed and hugged when I needed to feel the support from the community. Together, we risked failure, big time. 2017. We were happy and we were sad at the same time. Were we lying when we were happy? No. Were we lying when we were sad? No. I will intentionally leave out the emotions that were going through my mind on the evening that I was fired and hired in the span of a few minutes. I think you can imagine that I felt them all. I wish I could say the name of the student who taught me this year's lesson. I would love to give him credit for the wisdom he imparted to me. I wish that I could give each of the students credit for all that they teach me. How lucky I am to be in this job. Oh wait, am I in this job? How lucky I am to be taught such profound things from some of the most caring, perceptive, probing, thoughtful, and inquisitive people you can imagine. Class of 2018, you have been taught so well. You have taught me so well. I expect such amazing things from you. I urge you to be perfect representations of yourselves. I urge you to take this bond that you share with your peers and teachers who love you so much and let those interconnections fill your lives with meaning. I urge you to accept your multiple personalities. You're never going to find your one true identity. I urge you to risk and fail so that you can become stronger. And most importantly, I urge you to let your emotions flow in whatever crazy ways they decide to emerge. It's okay to cry, laugh, and smile at the same time. Class of 2018, thank you. Okay. We are now going to honor those graduates who have demonstrated an extraordinary commitment to community service. All graduates in the state of California are required to complete 15 hours of community service. Our graduates complete many more. Today we'll recognize those students who have demonstrated a commitment to service. Each of them has completed more than 150 hours of community service during their high school years. Okay, graduates, please come up as I call your name. Christopher Anguiano, Jesse Bowers, Randall Brenner, Daniel Carpenter, Sean Michael Castillo, Ryan Conover, Grace Engelman, Christian Jimenez, Kendall Lack, Giselle Lopez, Evan Luckett, Jalen Lundy, Anthony Mason, Kevin Meehan, Kayla Moreno, Thomas Muir, Blanca Ramirez, Destiny Robbins, Justin Smart, Vincent Smith, Chloe Sobolewski, Sobolewski, sorry. Parker Templin, Avery Tenwald, Kathleen Terwilliger, Alex Wary, and Haley Williams.
Natin baka meron pa.
So we have 8 additional red cords that I would like to give out today. These are honorary red cords for some in our community who have easily reached 150 hours of community service through their support of the school. Can I have the following parents please come to the stage? Ms. Catherine Carpenter, Ms. Muir, Mr. Scott Shelton, Ms. Lisa Anguiano. I was just told that I said it wrong the first time. Mr. Anderson Brown, Mr. and Mrs. Templin, Mr. Bowers, and Mr. and Mrs. Fidel. Ms. Carpenter and Ms. Muir are being honored for their work with Cyber Patriots. Mr. Shelton is being honored for his work with the robotics teams. Ms. Anguiano and Mr. Brown are being honored for their work, their extraordinary work efforts on the board. I think they put in far more than 150 hours of community service just in the last 2 weeks. Mr. and Mrs. Templin are being honored for founding Set High Bowling. Mr. Bowers for his photographs and work on the website. And Mr. and Mrs. Fidel for their extremely generous financial support throughout their time at Set High. I would also like to issue a collective red cord to all the families who have been so generous in your time and support over the past few weeks. Okay, Mr. Dem.
How's it going out there? Much better than when I first came out here. Yeah. Good to see you guys are now awake. Okay, so we're going to present the gold cords. Gold cords are given to students who have maintained an outstanding GPA throughout their high school years. A gold cord is given to each student who has a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or higher. The gold cord recipients are Christopher Anguiano, Randy Brenner. Daniel Carpenter. Sean Michael Castillo. Nicholas Chung. Grace Engelman. Kendall Lack. Giselle Lopez. Evan Luckett. Kevin Meehan. Kayla Moreno. Connor Moses. Nathan Moses. Thomas Muir. Blanca Ramirez Mendez. Alan Sack. Gabrielle Scudder. Chloe Sobolewski. Holland Spidell. Parker Templin. Kathleen Terwilliger. Nathan Vaca. And Haley Williams.
It's now time to honor the students who have earned the highest GPAs of all of the graduating seniors. Up first, we have our valedictorian, Mr. Sean Michael Castillo. So, funny story. We discovered last night that we didn't have any valedictorian and salutatorian medals. And so we were about to give them soccer medals, and we're going to turn them inside out so nobody will be able to see. And then we remembered that we've got our valedictorians from last year who are in the audience today. And so they have loaned us their valedictorian medals so that we can have proper photos today. So this is the world of total transparency that you guys are now going to be living in.
Good morning. I'm Sean Michael Castillo, this year's valedictorian at SET. So throughout this year, I've been working my hardest, putting in as much effort as possible to attain this title, but the valedictorian does not mean that I am smart, nor am I a genius. I did not achieve this overnight. I achieved this through great effort throughout all my years in high school. And I would like to equate these words with all the effort that I have put in and all the effort that all of you guys have put in teaching me and helping me get here onto the stage. The title of valedictorian does not mean that I was flawless in my studies. In learning and studying, I have faced similar struggles to all students. One thing that I know I am a very big thing, I am a huge procrastinator. However, I kind of chose to embrace this. Whenever I do procrastinate, I always make sure I'm thinking and always adding on to more, so that way I can still provide the best work possible whenever I do anything, or whenever I do any work. It is the culmination of my learning and capability that I've gained throughout this year, and the reason that I am able to stand on the stage today is all the important people in my life, and the key reasons that I am valedictorian today are because of not my work alone, but everybody in this audience. I would like to give special thanks to people who have invested a lot of time in me, such as my mom, my dad, my sister Ariane, my friends Giselle, Nia, Jenny. I would also like to thank my girlfriend, Gabrielle Scudder, and all the teachers that have helped me out along the way. Miss Trish, Miss J, Mr. Walsall, Sherry Arroyo, Mr. Pataro, Mr. Berger, Ms. Blockren, Ms. Harper, and all the other SET teachers that have really affected my life in a very positive way. And I cannot thank everyone enough for doing so. I believe that the reason that anybody can achieve anything, and the only way anyone can achieve greatness, is if everyone works together. Anything is possible when people work together. And for that is why I am now valedictorian. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sean Michael, and also thank you for dressing like McCurdy. Appreciate that. Wait, did I say that out loud? Sorry, I usually have a problem with that inner voice and external voice. So now it's my honor to introduce our salutatorian, Grace Engelman.
like they just said. My name is Grace Engelman, and I'd like to begin by welcoming you all to graduation and thanking you for taking time on your Saturday morning, right after school ended, to be here. I'd also like to thank Dr. McCurdy, Mr. McClendon, and all of the amazing teachers that helped us get where we are right now. Words cannot express how grateful I am for all of the love and support I've received from this incredible group of people. I am where I am today because of the people at this school. We all are to some extent. These last few weeks especially have demonstrated to me the strength of the bonds between parents, teachers, and students. This community has its ups and downs, but we know how and when to put aside our differences for the good of the school. To my senior class, congratulations, we made it. Most of us were born in the year 2000, which means we are the first group of people born in this millennium to come of age. We're the next generation of engineers, doctors, lawyers, mechanics, therapists, entrepreneurs, scientists, teachers, and so much more. If we believe in ourselves, we can pave our future the way we see fit. And the best way to start is by becoming an informed citizen of the world. We made it through physics, algebra, and history, but now we have the rest of our lives ahead of us to learn. I once took a class where I had to think of 5 questions to write down every day. It was harder than you'd expect. But what I learned from that class was that asking questions is one of the best ways to learn. That teacher shaped the way I look at the world, the way I approach learning, and reminded me that there are no stupid questions. And that's good, because sometimes I think of some really random questions and can't rest until I know the answer. Sometimes, literally. Last June, I slept over at a friend's house the night before we were supposed to fly to New Orleans. We were trying to go to sleep. It was like midnight, and we had to wake up at 3:45 a.m. or something ridiculous like that. Then a question popped into my head, unrelated to anything that was going on at that moment. I turned to my friend and asked, "Does all the hair on your body turn gray with old age, or just on your scalp?" If it does, do all the hairs turn gray at like the same time? It was a random question that didn't affect anything going on at that moment, but I just had to know the answer. So I pulled out my phone and I looked it up. And it turns out that yes, all body hair will turn gray eventually. Timing depends on you. From what I've read, hair, like skin, gets its pigment from melanin. As the pigment cells in our hair follicles die, we have less melanin in our hair, causing it to turn white or gray. I know all of you were on the edge of your seats waiting to find out. Going back to my original point, asking questions is so important in the learning process. Information isn't going to fall from the sky and wiggle its way into your brain. You have to put in work yourself. So I urge all of you, including the people who aren't, like, graduating right now, go learn. Learn about anything and everything. If a question pops into your head, Google the answer. We have this incredible technology at our fingertips that gives us access to infinite stores of information about any topic we choose. Just don't look it up at the movie theater while you're watching a play. That's kind of rude. In case I haven't said it enough already, this school means the absolute world to me. Here we're students, not numbers. Every teacher knows the first name of every student in each of their classes. Here we're appreciated for what we bring to the table, not judged for what we're lacking. I'm not saying we're perfect. High school can be a harsh and judgmental place, but I've been to other public schools. There's no comparison. To all of my closest friends, you know who you are. Thank you. You've made my high school experience bearable, even when I was literally banging my head against a wall. I love each and every one of you, and I appreciate everything you've done for me. And to everyone else, thank you as well. As cheesy as it sounds, you're all amazing, and the school would not be the same without you. To the teachers again, thank you. You've put up with our sass and our sleepy brains every single day, and you continue to do it with enthusiasm. I have so much respect for all of the work you put into educating us. You have the most important jobs in the world, and you do them so well. To sum up everything I've said, thank you. You've helped me believe in myself enough to follow a path I knew I wanted to take, but I was afraid to. Thank you for all the impact you've made on my life. I'm so excited for the next step, and I am set for the next adventure.
guys need any water? I mean, I'm handing out water up here too, so. You're welcome, Jesse. Okay, so we have some scholarships here that we're going to give out. The scholarships were actually chosen independent of each other by the individuals who actually came up with the scholarships. So I'm going to start with the first one here, and I'm going to read a little bit about it and tell you guys who the recipient is. It's the Lisa Hale Scholarship. The Lisa Hale Scholarship is awarded to a female SET student graduating in the current academic year, recognized for academic leadership and achievement potential. A student who exemplifies the excellence sought by all students as they conclude their SET journey and apply their unique talents to a life of passion, purpose, and performance, and is an exemplar pursuing STEM education. The first annual Lisa Hale Scholarship goes to Grace Engelman. The second scholarship is the Robert Baser Scholarship. The Robert Baser Scholarship is awarded to a student at the SET graduating in the current academic year and recognizes for academic leadership, achievement, and potential. The student exemplifies the excellence sought by all students as they conclude their SET journey and apply their unique talents to a life of passion, purpose, and performance. The recipient will be forever enshrined as a Baser Scholar, the highest student achievement at SET. The recipient of the Baser Scholarship is Grace Engelman.
Okay, I think we're ready to graduate some students. Up first, we've got Mr. Gandara, and Mr. Gandara's, you wanna? Oh, Berger is supposed to say, welcome, Mr. Gandara. So up first, we have Mr. Berger. I could ask my graduates to come up on stage with me as well. Up first, Mr. Anderson Brown. Anderson, you asked me to join my advisory at the end of last school year. Although I knew you as a student, I feel like I really got to see you grow the most this year because of you joining my advisory. You are a great leader on and off the basketball court. You pour your heart and soul into everything that you love. I think I will always remember having you explain statistics to me when I sat in on Mr. Guitaro's class. Smile, Andy! I wish you luck in everything that you do in the future. Congratulations.
I think I've had the pleasure of having you in my class for all 4 years of your high school. You are a funny young man who has given me a full belly laugh on more than one occasion. You've also gotten that look from me on more than one occasion. Your love for your art shines through you. I hope that you continue to pursue it no matter what else you do in your life. I know you have plans to go to community college and know that you'll be successful. Stop back by and let me know what you're doing once in a while. Up next, Miss Sarah Rossetti. Lou, you express yourself in so many creative ways. It has been an absolute pleasure seeing that you do that. And you are always willing to try new things, and you don't let failure stand in your way. You pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you head on your merry way. Sure, sometimes it may be harder than others, but you've always managed to find a way as long as I've known you. I've had you in both my art and in my math classes over the years, and I've seen you grow in both. Congratulations. Up next, Mr. Michael Shepard. Michael, I know that I've given you a hard time over the years and I've known you for your fashion choices. But I know that you know that it's meant as a good thing because you're the most individual person I've ever met. And that's a very, very good thing. You truly don't care what others think of you and have made some great friendships over your years here at SET. I know that you want to pursue your culinary career and I cannot wait to taste my first Mikey's fries. I told you as you were working on your art show last year that I would hang your artwork in my house, and I meant it. You were seemingly stuck in drawing the same type of figure drawing over and over. I mean, they were good, but when you came up with that idea of drawing different women in different personalities and in different styles and in different media, it was genius. I still think of what you created to this very day, and I hope to see your artwork hanging in the gallery one day. Congratulations. Up next, Miss Alyssa Sobel. Alyssa, you are also a creative artist. The sheer amount of time and effort that you put into each of your drawings is amazing to me, and what you create is equally as amazing. You're a quiet student, but when you need your voice to be heard, it is truly heard. I know you've struggled at times, but look at you today, graduating with your high school diploma, and a whole lot of success coming your way in the future. Congratulations. Kathleen, you were a new student to my advisory this year, and I inherited a student in her 3rd year of high school who was working towards an early graduation. The amount of work that you had to do to successfully finish your 4 years in just 3 years' time says a lot about you as a person. You're willing to do what is necessary and can be successful when you put your mind to it. Good luck in all that you do. Congratulations. And last but not least, Miss Fiona Tran. Fiona, your final art show was also a great show where you took a look at dancers and movement in different cultures. Most students that I know would not take a time to reflect on such a big worldview in their artwork. I'm also pretty sure that you've said all of 5 sentences to me over the years that I've known you. But they're always very powerful, but also kind of short. But you were always there doing your work, turning in and getting good grades to graduate and move on to the next phase of your life. Congratulations. And now, please welcome Mr. Gandara.
Good morning. All right, I'd like to call Alan Sack, Nathan Vaca, Ryan Conover, and Diego Rodriguez. All right, Alan, you approach life with kindness and mindfulness. Now that you are moving on from high school, bring this approach with you everywhere that you go. Luck will find you, and people will want to do things for you because of these strengths. Remember to keep opening doors so that you can be the one to decide which direction to go and which doors to step through. Congratulations. Nathan. All right, Nathan, you're moving forward to the next chapter in your life. And today is your starting point. The brain that you've been blessed with is a gift. And after building on this gift for the past 12 years or so of school, the world expects and awaits the promise of this gift. And I know that all of us at SET can't wait for your future world to recognize your brilliance. Congratulations. All right, Diego, you're up. Diego, someone once said that the secret of success is putting your heart and mind into your actions, even the smallest ones. I have no doubt that your heart and mind will guide you to reach all the ambitions and all your goals. Trust in you, and the world will become your playground. Congratulations. Finally, Ryan. Ryan, as you enter this next stage of your life, remember that life itself will become your education. Use all of the knowledge and skills that you've learned inside and outside of the classroom, on and off of the ice, up to this point and beyond. Use this to continue to construct and mold your mind. With your determination to succeed and the tools that you've gathered, nothing's going to stand in your way. I'd like to welcome Miss Gibson to the stage.
Good morning. I am greatly honored to graduate Christopher Anguiano. I have the distinct pleasure of being Christopher's English teacher for his sophomore and junior year of high school. From the first day of class, Christopher impressed me with his ability to be articulate about difficult concepts and texts. His sensitivity to the nuances within literature and his passion for reading and writing and creative expression both in and out of the classroom. I am certain that Christopher is going to achieve greatness through creative expression in the future. Christopher is talented, caring, intuitive, dedicated, and focused in his pursuits. He is truly a standout individual who will impress everyone he meets. I have the utmost confidence that he will outperform and excel in any endeavor that he pursues, and I will truly miss him. Congratulations, Christopher. So I now would like to call Mr. Almada to the podium.
Oh, Anthony, I won the bet. You know, Alex, you've proven to me what I've known all along for a long time, and that's a great positive attitude and a big heart will open doors for you. Now, some doors are going to be kind of propped open, and it's going to be too easy to walk through. And behind this door, you're going to see a pale fluorescent light. You know you could do better than that. Other doors, opportunities, are going to be heavy, and they're going to require all of your strength. Now, in this case, your good looks and your great smile isn't going to be just enough to open the door. You're going to need all of the strengths you were born with, tenacity, you're going to need stamina, and you're going to need knowledge to open that door. Behind that door is a golden light, and that is your golden life waiting for you that you deserve. So do the best you can, keep striving, keep learning, because you deserve it. Congratulations. Miss Harper, you're next.
Good morning. Even though I've only known these two boys for a short period of time, I've seen both of them mature in very many different ways. Bo, I've known him since his freshman year, and until recently I found out that he has a passion for rebuilding cars. He gained his experience and knowledge from his uncle while rebuilding a classic muscle car. Recently, Bo has told me that he has purchased a Fiat and he plans on restoring it himself, as he is currently attending the automotive program at Miramar Community College. Congratulations. Colin. I met Colin when I took over the robotics advisory, and like Bo, Colin is also into rebuilding cars. He gained his experience and knowledge while working with his cousin on a Firebird Trans Am. Colin has taken engineering for 2 years, which has allowed his creativity and his experience to grow as well. Colin is also currently attending the automotive program at Miramar College and hopes to receive a job in any mechanical field. I'd like to welcome Ms. Jokanovich.
Good morning. I would like to invite Irvin Valencia, Kendall Lack, Giselle Lopez, and Caitlin Moreno. Okay, Irvin. So yesterday was our very last advisory class, and during the last class, I opened my little treasure box and pulled a note Irvin wrote to me 4 years ago. He actually didn't believe that was his note until I showed it to him and he saw his own handwriting. He didn't believe it because it said that he didn't like me. Pretty honest. I actually thanked him because that note he wrote 4 years ago made me a better teacher. Actually knowing Irvin made me a better person. Because Irvin can teach us all a thing or two on how to deal with adversity or anything bad or unfair life throws at you. He was dealt an unfair and hard hand too early in his life, but he was able to overcome all the hurdles and become a strong and resilient young man that he is today. He is going to be the best mechanical engineer and keep winning people with his positive attitude and smile. Nothing can stand in the way of his passion. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be your teacher, to prove to you that I am good, that you will like me one day, and congratulations. I've known Kendall since her freshman time. And so this young lady sat in the first seat of the very first row in every class I had her, tirelessly taking notes and neatly organizing her thoughts. But if observed closely, one could find the most beautiful works of art in those notes. Little fairies and warriors. All of her projects were superb works of art. She pours her heart into everything she does. We will never forget her breathtaking drama performances. Again, works of art. She's an amazing artist, but if you know Kendall, you know all about her love for animals. Horses in particular, right? I always envied her, imagining the freedom and joy she must feel every time she's riding a horse. And it is that pure love and passion that will make her the best in her field. That is, if she pursues her dream and becomes a veterinarian. She's on a good road right now. Thank you for giving me the honor of being your teacher and graduating you today. Giselle, we are very happy that you're graduating, but we're not happy because you could have stayed with us for another year. Giselle is actually graduating a whole year early. She's ready to start her long journey towards becoming a pediatrician. It's her dream. It is a long journey, and we do understand why you wanted to start it as soon as possible, but we could still use you here. Because Giselle is not just a part of our school. She's not just a part of our community or peer counseling program. She's the pillar that holds everything together. She will help before thinking of herself. She will feed others before she would eat. She has a shoulder for everyone who needs it. She's selfless and generous. She cares about others before thinking about what she needs. She's smart, she's brilliant, and she will get far. Thank you for trusting me and for giving me this privilege to graduate you. Okay, Taylor Moreno. You have a magnificent young lady here standing before you. She fears nothing. She's daring. Kayla's been a leader at our school since her very first day. ASB Vice President, ASB President. She brought Kiwanis to our school, led multiple campaigns and fundraisers, and she also got published. She got into every college she dreamed of. The list goes on. Everything about her is awe-inspiring. But Kayla is very humble. Those of you who know Kayla will know that she's very, very humble. She's thankful for every opportunity she ever had. I will never forget seeing her cry because another victim of human trafficking. Kayla rejected a full scholarship at the private University of San Francisco. She did because she wanted to stay close to her community and be at the heart of the issues she's so passionate about. First as a student of San Diego State University, later as a leader in the fight against injustice, human trafficking, for the helpless, for the betterment of our community and our country. It is a great honor, Kayla, to stand with you here today. Thank you so much. Congratulations. would like to invite Ms. Lockred.
I'm very short. I'd like to invite Randy Brenner, Nicholas Chung, Liam Neely, Justin Herring, Quinn Holmes, Kevin Meehan, John Piper, Yesenia Rodriguez, Ian Shelton, Haley Williams, and Devin Rowley up to the front, please. Randy, smart, smiling, no, actually grinning, Huntsville bound, lover of science, pondering, questioning, solving the mysteries of the universe, reliable, always there to help, to solve problems, to calm a tech-phobic teacher, to be a close friend, to bring a bright solution to daunting problems. Excited to go and conquer the unknown, trusting you to find even more answers to your many questions. Congratulations, Randy. Nicholas, quiet and constant, tenacious in your quest to seek the answers to the unknown, the partially known, to confirm the truth. Self-aware, seeking the best from yourself, a ready smile in response to some silly question from your teacher, or to affirm a kind response in the midst of chaos. Big brother, silent leader, you can be counted on to wisely weigh the pros and cons of a situation. Your brains, with your many other strengths, will serve you and the world well in the next step of your life quest at Cal Poly Pomona. Nicholas, congratulations. Okay, Liam, kind-hearted, a friend beloved by many, you treasure what's important in life. Adventurer to faraway places, dishwasher extraordinaire, you know what it takes to approach the unexplored and to become a better person for it. Your endearing smile captures your amusement at your friends and your antics, but they cannot help elicit a reflective grin from me despite my best efforts. The world is yours, Liam, to conquer and to explore, not seeking to conquer as others do, but conquering with your own goodness, intelligence, and thoughtfulness. Congratulations, Liam.
Love you, Liam Hunter! We love you! You rule! Amen.
Justin, Packer, Wisconsinite, recent Californian. Your ready smile, balsa wood sword fights, and mischievous antics can belie the depth of your serious pondering of life's questions. Consistent inquirer, your bright mind is revealed in surprising moments when you provide a serious answer to a deep question. Loyal son, faithful young man, kind friend, your travels are not over, as the next adventure of your life has just begun in Los Angeles. Keep us on our toes. Congratulations, Justin. Quinn, senior engineer in more ways than one. Reliable, trustworthy, leader in the classroom, on the basketball court, as Mrs. G's right-hand man. While you may wonder what's next, those around you are confident that you will continue to grow using your many gifts, your abundant talents, your just tapped potential. Beloved friend, quiet teacher, prom king with your queen. Your senior engineer status remains the harbinger of future success. Congratulations, Quinn. Kevin, enthusiastic sports fan par excellence, thoughtful helper of fellow students, tutor and collaborator. Intelligence abounds, clearly revealed in your engineering creations, physics solutions, and mathematical contortions. Success. Unlike the final seconds ticking away in overtime, you're just beginning your college adventure. You have the potential to study anything, explore anywhere, and get there on your own time. Most importantly, Kevin, you get to be yourself, which is the most winning play of all. Congratulations. John Piper. John, winning smile, enchanting friend, reflective young man. You are the power plant that, when ignited, takes off with a steady stream of output fueled by internal actions. Your increasing self-awareness, your time this semester spent as a TA, your willingness to recognize your tremendous potential have borne the fruit of movement, little by little, from pessimist to optimist. And not only you, but each of us are the better for it. Thank you and congratulations, John. Yesenia. Yesenia, thoughtful, reflective, dear friend to many. Your loyalty to those close to you, your belief in others, your understanding of what is, and your dreams of what could be, inspire and draw others to you. The future lays before you as you've grown and matured into the young woman who has the whole world open to her. You are a gift to lift up, you have a gift to lift up others through your words, your inner strength, and your belief in what others could be. And that is best reflected in your almost Mona Lisa smile. wisely reminding each of us that we are loved. Congratulations. Ian Shelton. Ian, creator, tinkerer, experimenter, the go-to person for all things electrical. Your motto must be, the bigger the charge, the more zappability, the better. Your inquisitiveness, your natural ability to picture a robot, a program, the list to go on, and then bring that concept to life is wondrous. These talents, with your tenacity to overcome whatever difficulty stands in your way, are your hallmarks. Natural teacher, wondrous originator, trusted friend, twin brother. The sky's the limit for you, Ian. Congratulations. Justin Smart. Justin. Loyal, strong, precious to so many. You are the friend who helps others become their best selves. Your maturing into the young man you are today has been a wonder to behold and is a lifelong reminder to you of how much you can achieve and of how unique and gifted you are. Always the kind TA who kept me on track and came back semester after semester voluntarily, gently coaching me and my students to stick to what needed to be done, cajoling, correcting with smiling amusement. You accomplished your goal. Keep on smiling. Congratulations, Justin. That was my fault.
Yeah, Levi!
Levi, battle bots have nothing on us with my proddings and promptings to do this or that in my class, and you're asking why. Your tenacity and technical skills will serve you well, as the successful completion of a college class has already shown. Your bright smile is a delight to see and is a terrific reflection of a Levi whose wry sense of humor, informed and amused by the absurdities of our world at times, wins over friends and causes others to pause and ponder what really is important in life. Keep on questioning and pondering, Levi. Congratulations. Haley Williams.
Haley!
Haley, wise beyond your years, intuitive in your observations and reflections, bright both in and out of school, self-starter, hard worker. You are quiet yet resounding through your words, your actions, your insights. Truly, the world unfolds before you, no matter which path you take. The destinations may change, but one thing holds fast. You bring an unfathomable potential and grace to each place you go. Thank you for helping me in this place called Set High. Congratulations, Haley.
Yes, Haley's breakfast hose. Yes, girl, get it. Hey, Haley! Woo!
Yeah, Haley!
And last but not least, Devin. 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 Percussion. That's it. In a word, percussion. Noises, actions, keeping a beat, keeping me on my toes. Admired and treasured by so many friends. Loyal and true. Steady friend. Action and potential. You have it all. Gifted with so much. Enthusiastic about so much. Brains, yes. Insights, yes. You are that philosopher whose energy and a sense of humor cannot help but draw people to him. Kind-hearted, empathetic, tactile, keeping a beat. Your energy is not noise, but music. And I am grateful to be included in your symphony. Congratulations. And now I'd like to welcome Ms. Farias to the podium.
Good morning. Blanca, I am very proud of you. You've worked extremely hard to be where you are today. Despite all the hardships, you persisted and you never gave up. I know that you will do great in the future. Your work ethic and dedication will take you places where you wish to go. Life is unpredictable, but trust yourself. I know you have what it takes. Felicidades, Blanca. See the blue. Please welcome back Dr. McCurdy.
Jesse, you're first. Jesse Bowers. Jesse has been such a major force on our campus for all 4 years. He has a larger-than-life personality, and he has always been a natural speaker. I remember challenging him when he was in 9th or 10th grade that I would fail him outright on his end-of-the-year reflection of knowledge if he tried to wing it. Each year since then, he has raised his game and delivered the kind of speech that only a natural speaker, one who practices and actually puts effort into planning as well, can deliver. Jesse has been an on-air personality on the Ready, Set, Soar radio show. He's emceed robotics events and has most recently helped us out by leading a small but dedicated group of students during an independent study class. He was an Uber TA. Jesse, best of luck at Quinnipiac next year. We're going to miss you. next, we've got Daniel Carpenter. What a pleasure it's been to see Daniel grow throughout his time at SET. Daniel is a concert pianist who filled our school with amazing music. One of my favorite memories over the past few years is walking to school in the morning to the sound of Scott Joplin ragtime. He is so good that it takes a moment to remember that you're not listening to professional recording. Daniel was also a founding member of SET High's Cyber Patriots teams last year, and this year led his team to the semifinals, one of 231 teams out of over 5,000 teams nationally. Daniel will be attending UC Davis to study chemical engineering. Daniel, you're awesome. Please continue to fill the world with music. Best of luck. We're okay for two more, but I'm missing my last speech. Oh, I found it. Okay, Grace Engelman. Grace is our engineering phenom. She started her journey with us by becoming the de facto captain of the freshman robotics team, led an all-girls robotics team last year, single-handedly increasing female interest in robotics by about 700%. And this year she captained one of our co-ed teams. She has been a leader in space science in Miss Loughran's engineering class and co-taught an English class this year. Grace is one of those go-to students that all of the staff members rely on. She's our salutatorian this year, so in addition to being a great person, she's also a great student. Grace, we'll miss you dearly. We wish you all the best at good luck at Cal Poly Pomona. Evan Luckett. Evan is the first of the sysadmin heads that'll be graduating today. The sysadmin students run all of our IT systems on campus, and Evan was the leader of the team last year and leader emeritus this year. Evan is always looking for ways to help on campus. He's always eager to lend a hand to any of the teachers, and he's full of great ideas. Evan is an Eagle Scout too, a huge honor obviously, but also indicative of the character that he displayed throughout his time at SET. Evan, we'll miss you, but I know that you'll be back often to help us out. I wish you all the best. Okay, and last one, Thomas Muir.
Yeah, Thomas!
So this is a speech that I would have had to wing, but I think I could have done it. Thomas is the current head of sysadmin and the team captain for the Cyber Patriots semi-finalist team. Thomas is one of the nicest, most humble people you'll ever meet. His list of accomplishments is impressive, yet you'd never know it by talking to him. I'm not even sure that he knows it. Thomas is another one who has worked tirelessly in support of SET. He quietly gets things done and as a result has the respect of all of his peers and teachers. Thomas will be following his passion for cybersecurity and will one day be defending the world's computer systems. Thomas, we'll miss you. Please visit us all. Okay, up next we've got Mr. Patero.
I'd like to invite, excuse me, I'd like to invite Bryson Bissell, Brandon Zarate, Sean Michael Castillo and Gabby Scudder to the front, please. Okay, Bryson, you're up first. I am so thankful to have had the opportunity to get to know Bryson this year. We talked music, we played chess, and most recently we even played a round of golf, where I actually got to witness him chip one in from about 50 yards away. Bryson is such an intelligent and kind-hearted individual and is going to go on to do great things. I really look forward to hearing about his future accomplishments, and I wish him the best of luck. Congratulations, Bryson. Okay, Brandon, you're up. I think my first connection with Brandon was with the guitar. He's a very talented musician and very humble about it. I actually had no idea that he played guitar until I kept seeing these in my classroom every day. They were getting left, and I was wondering who it was, and it was him. He is known by many students for his loyalty and dedication to his friendships. He also has one of the best Mexican yells I've heard to date. I wish him the best of luck, and I know he's going to go on to be a great individual. Good luck. Congratulations. Okay, Gabby. I'm so happy to have had the opportunity to watch Gabby grow over the past 2 years. Though she started last year, saying little in her shell, I'm happy to say she's blossomed into an amazing individual that will go on to do great things. She enriched her learning experience with her independent studies this spring and seized the opportunity to graduate early. Congratulations, Gabby. And last but certainly not least, Sean Michael. I was very blessed to have Sean Michael as a student last year during my first year here at SET. He has so many thought-provoking questions and genuinely wants to learn as much as he can, and he's willing to. He's an educator's dream. I wish him the best of luck this summer at UCSD with his research opportunity, and I know that he'll be successful in whatever he decides to do. Congratulations, Sean Michael. I'd like to call Mrs. Rasu to the stage.
I'd like to call Sade, Eric, Richard, Jorge, Vincent, Avery, Colin, and Chloe. Sade, you're first. Sade, it has been my absolute honor to watch you grow and teach you over the last 2 years. You're such a strong, independent, and incredible young woman. One of the things I admire most about you is no matter the situation or no matter the struggle, you put a smile on your face and you push through. My absolute wish for you is that you always keep that smile on your face and that you always trust yourself, dream big, and constantly seek out adventure. Eric. Eric, I have not only had the pleasure of being your advisory teacher, but working with you in many other classrooms.
And my favorite thing has always been your incredible, witty sense of humor. I always knew that no matter the obstacle you were facing, you would meet it with humor and tackle it. You are so wise beyond your young years, and I have always admired your pure integrity. I can't wait to see how you move out and change the world. Congratulations. Destiny. Sorry. Wow, what a 2 years. It has been my absolute privilege to be your teacher. Your dedication to social issues and wanting to provide equal opportunities for everyone you meet is a quality that is to be revered. You're an amazing young woman who will move mountains and change how everyone sees the world. Your willingness to speak for those who often have no voice inspires me every day. I'm proud of you, and I'm also proud of all of your accomplishments. Always speak your truth, and the world will belong to you. Richard. Over the last 2 years, I have watched you grow and have shared your passion for helping others every day. With dreams of dedicating yourself to your community and being there for those in their absolute time of need, it speaks volumes about your character as a person. You're always the first one there for your friends whenever they're in need, and always the first to volunteer to help. You have a natural affinity for helping others, and I hope that you always keep that and continue on this journey of service to others. Congratulations. Jorge. It has absolutely been my greatest honor to be your teacher. You've overcome so many obstacles to be here today, and I'm honored to have been part of that journey with you. Your personal perseverance is a trait that I applaud, stepping up when it really matters and learning to believe in yourself. I wish for you to always continue to trust yourself and trust your instincts. By doing this, you will open doors for yourself and your potential will be limitless. Never stop believing in you, and if you do, always remember that I do. You can have anything you want as long as you work hard for it. Vincent. It is no secret that you always put a smile on my face. Your humor is unmatched by anyone I know, and I can always count on you to brighten a room with a laugh. You bring so much joy to your peers and into any building that you walk into. With all of your humor, you are also full of compassion. Your compassionate heart is a rare gem, and my hope for you is that you always keep that compassion and share it with the world. And just in case Vincent hasn't told any of you, he is the greatest singer in our school, self-proclaimed. Avery. In a world full of roses, you are most definitely a wildflower. One of my favorite things about teaching you over these last few years has been your constant desire to genuinely make a big impact everywhere you go. Your warm-hearted concern about injustices worldwide, coupled with your strong desire to Be out in our community volunteering says so much about you as a young adult. I hope you use this gift to inspire others and continue on this path of always paying it forward. You truly inspire me. Congratulations. Holland. Holland, I have truly enjoyed watching you become the amazing young man that you are today. One of the best parts of my day is our daily conversations and chats about food and science. Every time I hear about a new rare genetic condition, I run to you to find out what it actually means. I have enjoyed watching you grow, and I've enjoyed our conversations about fennel and about freezing our Capri Suns. You are now and always will be my food brother. I hope that you never lose your desire to constantly seek knowledge and educate others. I've learned so much from you and will truly miss you in our daily talks. Congratulations. And last but not least, Chloe. Chloe, you are the definition of leadership and grit. Your dedication to academics and sports have paid off, and you are so ready to tackle life. I have seen you take risks and be vulnerable, and this will be crucial as you face challenges and navigate throughout life. You have proven that hard work and determination create limitless opportunities. I am blessed and honored that these last few years I have been a witness to your success. Keep knocking down barriers and paving the way for all future generations. Congratulations. Please welcome to the stage, Ms. Trish.
Good morning. I'd like to invite Christian. I have had the pleasure of having Christian Jimenez as my office TA and one of my yearbook editors this year. Working under my watch is not easy. When I asked Christian to take charge of the senior section of our yearbook, he worked extremely hard to learn the new software, stay on task, and stick to his deadlines. At the same time, I asked him to start a recycling program at our school after he mentioned to me that we didn't have one. He quickly researched and got the ball rolling on a new relationship with his recycling program. Christian, in my first year here at SET, I was so impressed by your work ethic, your leadership, creativity, and musical talent. When I piled on the work while challenging you to work harder with your grades, you did it. I Tiger Mommed you, and you showed incredible initiative and grit. There is no doubt in my mind that you will be extremely successful at your new job at Starbucks, your first years in college, and working towards your dream of becoming an electrical engineer. I am so proud of your growth in the short year that we have known each other. You have a strong mind, heart, and spirit, and I cannot wait to see how far you will go. Congratulations. Please welcome Ms. Van Stalkum. I'd like to invite Alex Weir, Parker Templin, Nathan and Connor Moses, and Jalen Lundy. Oh, and Anthony Mason. Congratulations to Alex Weary. Alex is an incredibly bright young man with an inspiring and intrinsic motivation to learn. He is a natural leader and has a passion for technology. Alex is known on campus for his patience, his ability to fix almost anything, and his willingness to help anyone in need. He has a beautiful kindness and genuine demeanor that has made him approachable by all staff and students. He's going to pursue a technical degree after he graduates here at SET today. Congratulations, Alex. Parker? Congratulations to Parker Templin. Parker and I both started at this school together 4 years ago. He comes from a wonderful family that I've had the honor of growing close to over the years. He spent most of his senior year working in sysadmin and helping as my TA because he finished most of his classes early. Parker has a love for technology, for politics, and especially for sports. He's been an integral part of my journey as a teacher, and I'm so happy to know he's going to continue his education and excited to see which degree he pursues at Point Loma Nazarene, where he earned a scholarship this fall. Congratulations, Parker. Nathan? Congratulations to Nathan Moses. Nathan is a brilliant young man with a heart for others. He's always willing to help with any task that is asked of him. Although he has a quiet and calm demeanor, we all know he's going to go on and do great and powerful things. He's going to pursue criminology in New Hampshire this fall. I have no doubt that he will achieve his dreams of entering into the FBI. Congratulations, Nathan. Congratulations to Connor Moses. Connor, he's the more outspoken of the two brothers. He's joined many clubs on campus this past year. He has a passion for science and technology, and he truly found his place at our school in his senior year after joining Space Science and ASB. He's a genuine and soft-spoken student who's willing to tutor anyone on campus who needs help. Congratulations. Congratulations to Anthony Mason. Anthony is a resident leader and senior in sysadmin. He's been an excellent resource for me and all the staff and students on campus, both in sysadmin and in other classes. Anthony is so knowledgeable in the social sciences and enjoys discussing and debating politics. He's going to continue his education here in San Diego. Congratulations, Anthony.
Jalen. Congratulations to Jalen Lundy. I could speak to Jalen's unique caliber as a student and a person for hours. But for time's sake, I'll just say, Jalen is a kind and considerate young man. He's a natural-born leader, and watching him grow during his senior year at SET really solidified the fact that he will thrive when he joins the United States Air Force this fall. I have no doubt that he will make us all proud as he goes on to join the brave men and women who fight to protect our great nation. Thank you, Jalen. Congratulations. And one last thing for all the graduates. I just want to thank you for teaching me far more than I could ever teach you. You are each so wonderfully talented, compassionate, and loving. Teaching over the years has restored my hope in our nation, and since I'm leaving the classroom as a teacher and becoming a student again, I can't wait to see you guys out there. Maybe I'll see you in the library. Thank you. And finally, Mr. Walsall, thank you.
First, I'd like to invite up Jeremy. Jeremy, I'd like to start by reminding you that you were one of the first students I taught here at SET. From that first day through this year in biotech, where we were working with a very intricate and difficult program to design prosthetics, your hard work, your dedication, and your willingness to help have never wavered. As you head off into the world, remember that it is those qualities that will take you wherever you wish to go. Congratulations. Joshua Domingos. Josh, I think the moment that stands out most to me happened quite recently. I had asked you to relay a message to your brother, and your response was to take off your hat and say, "I'm Jeremy now, you can just tell me." That sense of humor, as well as your willingness to do whatever needed to be done, have always been impressive and will serve you well wherever you go. Congratulations. Nancy Gomez. Nancy, you have come so far. From a quiet freshman who barely said a word, to a senior who was helping others out within the first week of class this year, you have grown an incredible amount. Your enthusiasm, kindness, and drive to succeed have made you a joy to work with, and that confidence in yourself that you have developed will serve you well in your future as a computer scientist. Congratulations.
Okay, we're almost there. Can I have our ASP president, Kayla Moreno? and our ASB Vice President, Haley Williams, come to the podium to lead the students in the ceremonial tassel turn.
Before we turn our tassels, I would like to thank the amazing educators and staff here at SET. Thank you for your hard work, sacrifice, resilience, dedication, and the hours and hours you have spent to help us get to this moment. Each and every one of you have made an impact on every single graduate here, and you all have had a hand in our success. Thank you.
Class of 2018, today envision turning the page in the new chapter of your lives as you turn your tassels. Today we turn this page together. Together we will share this moment forever as the SET Lions Class of 2018. Please rise.
By the powers vested in me by the state of California, I now declare you graduates of the School for Entrepreneurship and Technology. Class of 2018.